Hello, Capricorn, and welcome back to Appalachian Tarot. I am so glad that you've decided to join me for this week's reading. If this is your first time visiting my channel, welcome. I'm really pleased that you decided to stop by and join us. I hope that you will sit a spell and enjoy this reading along with the rest of my beautiful Capricorns, because this is a collective reading for the sign of Capricorn, primarily sun sign, but moon and rising, you are welcome here as well, as are all my cross watchers. All right, we're going to start with the Seasons of the Witch Oracle card, and you got Sun God, Capricorn. What a beautiful card, a powerful card. Come all, come now, expand into the skies and into the shadows below. What a gorgeous card. Let's go to the book. Oh, it opened right to it. Your keyword for the Sun God card, Capricorn, is authority. Stepping into your authority. All right. The Sun God is the ultimate expression of masculine energy, representing structure, authority, respect, and status. This is the card of the leader and represents all of the qualities that make someone a force to be reckoned with. Your situation requires a strong hand and systemic approach. The Sun God does not allow his emotions to cloud his judgment, and neither should you. Communicate with clear logic and reason, and demonstrate your mastery and intellect. Any others involved in your situation will respect you for your ability to get right down to the heart of the matter. Additionally, this card reminds you that a leader rules with a strong hand, but is not a tyrant. Be mindful of arrogance and allow others their moment in the sun. The Sun God is at his best when he uses his strengths to bring out the best in others. Oh, and it lists some sun gods from mythology, like Apollo in the Greek mythology, Bel, the Celtic goddess sunlight, Cernunnos, the Celtic god of fertility, life, wealth, Pluto, Greek god of wealth and the ruler of the underworld. Wasn't his name Hades in Greek, and it's Pluto in Roman mythology? All right. And then Ra, the Egyptian god of the sun. All right. Those are some very powerful archetypes that they are suggesting you are, Capricorn. And in my experience, Capricorns are very authoritative. Capricorns have this very powerful, commanding, masculine energy. Whether they are women or men, it's irrespective. I don't like tying energies to masculine and feminine, but that's the language that has been adopted and that most people understand, so I use it. But it's not sex or gender specific. It's just a very authoritative, very confident energy, an energy of leadership. So I want you to go ahead, my dear Capricorns, and meditate on the Sun God card while I shuffle the tarot for our Celtic cross spread. What is the universe trying to say to you through me and through the cards? Because of course this is a collective reading, so you're going to want to use your own intuition to decide what the universe is saying to you and what it's saying to someone else. Because not everything's going to apply, and if it doesn't apply to you, just go ahead and leave it and move on. It's just for somebody else who's watching. Don't try and make something apply that doesn't work that way. Not in these collective readings. Oh, excuse me if I cough. I am still getting over, I don't know if it was a sinus infection or allergies, but it's been a rough week here in the southern Appalachian Mountains. But I hope you've had a good week wherever you are watching from. Just keep meditating on that Sun God card. What does the universe say to Capricorn? What do my dear lovely Capricorns need to know? Where do they need to step into their authority? Where do they need to lead? Oh, here we go. All right, Capricorn, you now. Seven of Swords. Hmm. There's some sneakiness going on. I don't know if I would call it betrayal necessarily. We'll see. But definitely someone has been deceptive or not entirely honest. It could be that there is some information being withheld or that someone's straight up lying to you. Or that you're lying to them. Or that you're lying to yourself. I don't know. There's definitely some dishonesty going on here. The good news is that I don't see that it's malicious, and I don't see that it's bad. You know, the Seven of Swords is a tricky card because on the one hand, it is a card of, I mean, you can see what it says there on the card, betrayal, you know, getting away with something. But it's also a gold card. And in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, the gold cards are almost, I mean, I would say universally very happy and good luck cards. So it's an energy of, you know, like mischief almost, you know, puckish energy, not necessarily malicious energy, but there is a sense of duplicity and deception. But whether you're deceiving someone else, they're deceiving you, or you're deceiving yourself, I don't yet know. Ooh, Two of Swords is what's blocking you. You feel like you've been at a crossroads. I think this has to do with some sort of idea. You know, we got a lot of swords energy here. The Two of Swords to me is a sword of crossroads, of being, you have a choice to make. And I kind of get the feeling that it's a rather straightforward choice. Obviously, that it's going to require courage and leadership and strong conviction if you've got the Sun God card here. So whatever this choice, Capricorn, that you need to make, I think you need to give it a lot of thought, and that you need to make it with your head and without emotion. I mean, let's go back to the book here. I want to repeat something that I read. Your situation requires a strong hand and systemic approach. The Sun God does not allow his emotions to cloud his judgment, and neither should you. Do not allow your emotions to cloud your judgment. And I went back to that because I want you to look here. You got the Seven of Swords here, and then you got the Two of Swords here. All right, this is air energy. This is the plane of thought, of logic, of rationality, of ideas, of words. This is not emotion. There is no emotion in this situation at all. So that tells me that whatever decision it is that you are facing right now, you need to come to with clear eyes and with an open mind, but do not let your emotions factor in. This is a decision that I think that is really requires you to think practically, you know, and to really consider every possibility and every angle. And I don't know why, but the words think long term came to mind. So I think you need to think more than 2 or 3 steps ahead. You really need to, whatever this decision is, I get the feeling that it's one that could have, I don't know that it will, but could have long-lasting implications. So you need to proceed very carefully here. Ooh. And now you have the Hierophant in your immediate past. Look, Capricorn, I think you have been changing your beliefs on something. I don't know what that is. The Hierophant represents institutions and traditions, but it also represents deeply held beliefs like religion, philosophy, and politics. It is also a card of marriage, but again, it is more like less a card of like romantic marriage. Well, let me rephrase that. Could be a card of romantic marriage. It's a card of weddings. It's a card of unions. It's a card of the official side of it. You know, it's less of a romantic card and more of a practical card. You know, the practicalities of getting the marriage license and being wed by the officiant, because it is earth energy, specifically Taurus energy. So what I'm seeing here is that you've been questioning some beliefs. I really think you're at a crossroads about, and this like getting away with something, you know, this sort of impish energy of the Seven of Swords here is, to me, now making a little bit more sense. You're kind of afraid of what other people are going to think if you decide to break with whatever this is, whether it is a group or an ideology or a change in perspective. Whatever it is, though, you need to really think about it, and use your head. You know, this is not a time for you to be using your heart, it seems. All of this is telling me that you need to be very practical about this. Whatever you're walking away from, whether it's a church, whether it's a political party, whether it's a fraternal organization, whether, I don't know what it is, whether it's just changing your mind about something, you need to be sure about it. You need to be, you know, this could be something as again, it doesn't have to be as big as changing religions or you know, anything like that. It could just be changing your perspective. But that Hierophant card, to me, just it is sticking out like a sore thumb. And I think that whatever you're going to do is going to require some courage here. What is your future if nothing changes? Ooh, the Devil reversed. Capricorn energy. This is your energy. Something isn't making you happy, my beautiful Capricorn. And I'm sorry. Look, this is only going to get worse if you don't really start to wrestle with whatever doubts you're having about this. If you don't really start to think critically about what this situation is, you're only going to continue to limit yourself. You're only going to continue to have these dark thoughts. You're only going to continue to feel trapped by your own demons. Oh. For some of you, I get the feeling that you have been, how do I put this? Some of you need to start thinking logically rather than thinking with your heart. Some of you, I mean, I've said that a million times. Look, I think that some of you have put your trust in the wrong set of beliefs. Okay, I'm just going to say it. I think that some of you are not trusting medicine for whatever reason. Yeah, the candle just sizzled. And that this is the universe telling you need to think logically about this. You need to take some ownership of your own situation here with the Sun God card. You need to stop deceiving yourself. Because you have a straightforward choice. Because things are going to get a lot worse if you don't change your thinking around this. And I do get the feeling that for some of you this is health related. Specifically mental health. Not all of you. But yeah, you'll know if it's for you. In your consciousness, you have the Lovers. Air energy, Gemini, specifically. Look, there's so much major arcana here all of a sudden. 3 out of the 5 cards. you may need some help, and you may be aware of that, and that's all right. We all need some help, Capricorn. There's somebody that you're thinking of who you could reach out to and could help you, and is willing to. But I also think this is a card of you needing to love yourself enough to really think hard, because again, this is air energy, and then the swords here are air energy, and then you have earth energy and earth energy on either side. There is absolutely nothing in here that indicates cups, which is water energy, or wands, which is fire energy. Now we're only halfway through the readings, so that could change, but right now I'm telling you, this is all about your mind and very, very practical material circumstances. This is the material plane and the plane of logic, and I don't see this as being like necessarily romantic here, even though it says it's the lovers. I don't see it as that. What I see is that there is a friend or there is a family member that you can reach out to that can help you talk through some of this, and that is going to be someone who you can discuss things without judgment, but who wants to help you. And I think you know who that person is. I think that the fact that it's in your consciousness, you know there are people out there you can turn to. I just don't know why you're not turning to them. And maybe you are. Maybe you've already begun. But some of you haven't, and that's not all right. This is also, I think, a card of making sure that you are in harmony with yourself. You know, the fact of the matter is, this is Gemini energy. Gemini is the twins. The twins are balance. They are two sides of the same coin. You need to be in balance with yourself, and I don't feel like you're in harmony with who you are, Capricorn. And I'm getting that from the Two of Swords here too. It's like, it's like being at two different poles. North Pole and South Pole. I'll put it that way. Yeah. Look, more major arcana. Golly. And more air energy with the star. It's Aquarius energy specifically. You need to trust your intuition on this, Capricorn. Whatever this is, your intuition is guiding you to really think things through and to start questioning some things that you've been holding on to. This is a pivotal moment in your life. This is a very pivotal moment in your life. I feel like you are at a crossroads. And look, the Two of Swords is a card of the crossroads, all right? And you are at a freaking crossroads right now. And the decision you make here is going to have profound implications for your future, if not for the rest of your life. Because what I see here is you have 4 major arcana cards surrounding you now, where your block is that you have a choice to make. You're fooling yourself. You have a choice to make, and the choice you make is going to define the next cycle of your life. That's what I see here. Like, this is incredible, incredible energy. If you are familiar with Doctor Who, I like to say that the major arcana cards are like fixed time. Time in Doctor Who typically can be rewritten. It's sort of flexible and wibbly-wobbly, as they say. But there are certain points in history that always have to happen exactly as they do. They can't be changed. The classic example in the canon of Doctor Who is the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. No matter what happens, the volcano always has to erupt and bury Pompeii in ash. Whatever this decision here is, you do have agency over it, because these minor arcana cards here tell me that the choice is yours, right? You get to make the choice, Capricorn, which path you take. But the choice is going to define, if not you, certainly the foreseeable future. Your foreseeable future. This is a pivotal choice. I don't know what that choice is. I do think for some of you, this is about getting your health in line. And it could be about getting your mental health in line. But for others of you, this is going to look very different. For others of you, this could be you are thinking about leaving a church or a religion or a political party. Whatever it is, you're going to need remarkable leadership and remarkable courage and strength and the strong convictions to do it, hence the Sun God card. This choice, I don't envy you. I don't think this is an easy choice for you, Capricorn. I really don't. All right. Your control over the situation is the 9 of Pentacles reversed. I can't believe that we have come this far in the reading and we do not have anything but air and earth energy. I'm telling you. Things aren't working out for you the way you want them to, Capricorn, and I get the feeling you're not as happy as you are making yourself out to be. You have put so much of your life into work, and you are someone who has an amazing work ethic, but you're not fulfilled. There's stuff missing in your life. Whatever you've been doing hasn't been bringing you the happiness that you deserve. But you can change that. You have some control over this situation. But right now, what I see here is the decisions you've been making have been causing you pain. It's like you're your own worst enemy. And so I need you to, again, you're going to have to consider your options and make a choice. I think you need to make a different choice than the choice you've been making. But that's up to you that's for you to decide, not for me. All right, outside influences. Yeah, I get the feeling you're surrounded. This is the King of Pentacles reversed. I get, again, more earth energy. Golly, okay. Look, there are people around you who are using you. I don't know how. For some of you, they might be using you financially. They might be sucking money out of you. But others of you, they are using you emotionally. I think I have used this before with you, Capricorn, but there is a snake in the garden. There is a snake in the garden. And I feel like every reading I do for you, the universe is trying to warn you that there is a snake in the garden. There is somebody who is not helping you that you think is helping you. I don't want to beat that to death. I think we've covered that, but I just... King of Pentacles reversed to me is always like a very dark person. It's somebody with very, like, a dark aura. Like a very, like, selfish energy. I think you need to cut this person out, whoever this is. I think the time has come. All right, your hopes and fears. The Tower reversed. Okay, well, for the first time, we have something that isn't air or earth. We have fire energy with the Tower reversed, but it tells me that you're terrified of changing. I think you've been on this path for so long that changing is just going to be very, very frightening for you. You are almost like content to wallow in your own unhappiness because the fear of making any sort of change and getting hurt is too much for you to bear. But I think you have to have the courage of the Sun God, and you have to take some ownership in this situation. Only you can change your life, Capricorn. If you're not happy, like the universe is telling you right now, you need to make a change. But you need to think this through. You need to start thinking with your head. I think when you start thinking with your head that you're going to like hit some, it's going to become clear. I think right now you're letting your demons with this devil reversed here. Yeah, I think you're letting your demons control the situation when you need to really be thinking with your head and using your intuition, with the star. it's quite possible that praying and meditating, however that looks to you, is something that might actually be of benefit to you here, my sweetheart Capricorns. All right. Yeah, look. The most likely outcome is the Knight of Pentacles reversed. If you don't change things, you're just going to continue to feel stuck. But at the same time, I see you having the self-discipline that you need in order to be able to break free of whatever this pattern is. You have a straightforward choice, Capricorn. It really is. But only you can decide. And I think you need to be practical. I think again, this is the Knight of Pentacles is kind of a cusp card. It's air energy and earth energy, though primarily earth energy. The King of Pentacles is also a cusp card. Fire and earth energy, though primarily earth energy. There's no water energy in this reading at all. Whatever this problem is, keep your heart out of it. Keep your heart out of it. Keep your feelings out of it. Don't make this decision based on anger. Don't make it based on love. Don't make it based on envy. Don't make it based on anything other than very practical considerations, such as your health, your wealth, and what makes sense, logic, truth. This is a situation that calls for objectivity. It's on the bottom of the deck. Justice. Yeah. It's all about fairness. It's all about truth and clarity and getting to the root of a situation. And again, more air energy. Capricorn, I just see that whatever this is, it requires you to do a lot of soul searching and to really think about what resonates as true with you. I think you know the answer already. If not, meditate on it and it will become clear. But leave your heart out of it. There is no room for your heart in this decision, whatever it is. And I really get the feeling that for some of you, this is going to be changing your perspective on something medical. But that's not for all of you. Some of you, this Hierophant card here just keeps screaming at me. And every time the Hierophant card comes out, I swear it screams at me. But it's just a card of deeply held beliefs. And for some of you, I think you have to let go of some beliefs that no longer serve you, or that you have come to realize aren't true, and that you're kind of afraid of letting go of. And I think it's because you know what it's going to cost you to let go of that. But you know in your soul what truth is. The Justice card right there. And again, let's look here. We have 4, 5, 6 out of 11 cards are major arcana. So more than half of this spread is major arcana. This is a very pivotal moment in your life, Capricorn. You need to consider this decision very carefully, because it's going to have long-lasting consequences. But at the same time, you are destined to be at this crossroads. You are destined for this moment. And you have the power, the courage, the leadership, the logic, the rationale, the authority to make the right choice. You're the sun god. Okay? You got this. All right, let's do an Oracle of Delphi card to close out the reading. What does the universe want to say to sum this reading up to my dear Capricorns? Oh, here we go. You got seeker, expose, heed, appraise, face. You got to face your demons with this devil card here. You absolutely have to. There were 4 others that fell out as well, and I just think I'm going to give them to you. Okay? Messenger. Proclaim, guide, announce, counsel. Yeah, look, I think that that's with the Hierophant over here. I think that you are coming to a realization that you are going to, that's going to lead you to freedom. But I think that, and I think you might lead other people to freedom from whatever this is as well. But I think that you have to stop being so afraid of this change that's coming with the Tower reversed here. The next is Dancer. Shift, dance, enrapture, and embody. Okay, yeah. You definitely are going to have to shift your perspective. You're going to have to be flexible here. Caretaker. Oh. End, reunite, serve, accompany. Look, you have to embrace this ending with the Tower right here. You know, you have to accept that things are going to change, that things need to change. You can't go on the way you have been. And then Sage, advise, acquire, invest, accumulate. My first thought was the Lover's card here, where I told you there's somebody who you can seek out, who you can talk through this with. I think that that's what you need to do. I really do. That could be a therapist, but that could just be a friend or a family member. Someone who you trust, who loves you, and you love them, and that they're not going to judge you. They're just going to, there's no judgment here, right, from the universe. The universe is telling you to think this through. Take your time. You're going to make the right decision with the Justice card here. But I don't think there's any judgment from this person either. All right. That's it, Capricorn. I love you very much. You take care. I'll see you next week. Good luck with whatever this decision is. If you feel comfortable sharing, leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear what decisions y'all are making. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.